Hello Aquarius, thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot. It's by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, supportive oracle cards over there for a minute. Let's get already shuffled. This is pushing in. Okay. Alright. Alright. This card is like floating here, and I get that. So I gotta remember to, well, we'll worry about that when it comes in. Now the situation, as you're coming into it, this is a situation that's definitely, you've already addressed as going through into a new phase. A whole new phase, a whole new time is coming in. Out with the old, in with the new. It's kind of like a New Year feel to me. A new saga, a new segment. It's new. The old has moved on. The new is coming in. I got the world, and I'm seeing that's where you're standing. It feels like it's kind of like the phase is already in. How do I put this? The old phase is already ended. I feel like you're already seeing it. Like the old phase is ended, and now you're beginning the new one. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So it feels like you're in transition. There we go. Finally hit. You're in transition from the old into the new. You're in transition. Now, what's going on in the situation itself is it's a prosperous situation. It's gone well, and it's just like whatever has already happened has been good, and now going into the next phase, you're looking to take this prosperity and continue it just in a new way. Alright, and I feel like you've got the support around you. The environment is the Sun card, but it's face down. So I feel like there's a lot of support. There's a lot of support, but it's due to the prosperity of where it's been and the prosperity that's expected to come from the future. Why is this face down though? Because that seems interesting. I'm getting it's very quiet here. It feels quiet, but there's a lot of support. There's a lot of support. And I'm wondering if you know how much support you really have. It's quiet. It's quiet, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of vocal or visual, any type of... It doesn't seem like you're getting any accolades or any type of... There's nothing... Like I just feel like you can't see the support you have, but it's there. The Sun card is saying, because it's face down, it's definitely there. You're just not seeing it, but there's a lot of support here. And I'm getting there's some differences of opinion. There is differences of opinion, but the support is still there. Because of the success of the past and the success expected in the future, support is there. There's definitely differences of opinion, and I'm feeling that's why this is face down. There's definitely people you don't see eye to eye with that still back you and support you because of the success. Like I feel like that's a big key component here, and I don't think that's a surprise to you. But how much they actually back you, that might be a surprise. Because there's definitely strong differences of opinion, but they will still follow you because of the success that's been and the success that's expected going forward. I've said that like 50 times now. Can we move on? All right. Your thoughts are the Page of Pentacles. You're taking this very seriously, as you should. The prosperity of the past... To continue this prosperity in a whole new way in the future, you have to be very careful about how you move forward. You don't want to gamble with this. And I'm getting that's your Page of Pentacles. You're looking for a sure foot forward. You're taking it slow. You're not really 100% sure how you want to do this just yet. You're trying to just kind of like touch your foot into the water here, I should say. You're gently seeing, and you're trying to see where other people have gone before you. You're trying to connect into some other line of success. You're trying to see somewhere else where you feel like it's the best. I don't want to say an assured victory, but the best chance of victory. How's that? with that Page of Pentacles, you're moving very slowly and you're not aggressively going forward just yet because you're like, you're still looking to find that sure foot forward. You're not into the gamble of this, not in this situation. You're like, I have to see something a little bit more concrete. I want to see something where somebody else was successful in a similar line, and I want to follow that. Now, here's where this card that kind of goes from now and pushes into the future, this kind of drags through. It's the Moon card. There's a lot of guesswork here. A lot of guesswork going on, and I feel like you're uncomfortable with that in this situation. You prefer an assured victory. You'd prefer you could just step forward very solidly and know you're going to be successful. You don't really want to take chances here, but I feel like with the Moon card going through the center and pulling on through, I don't feel like you have a choice. You have to have guesswork going on. You're trying to make the best guess. You're researching what you can. You're doing what you can to try to make the most stable move forward. You're feeling the pressure of the success of the past. You're feeling that pressure to keep that going. But the Moon is telling me you're going to have some guesswork here. There's no way around it. And I'm getting that you're trying to slowly go forward. You're trying to find a sure footing forward. You're using that Page of Pentacles. The Page is more of a follower, although the Page energy doesn't really seem to match Aquarius usually, in my opinion. Page is more of a follower. Aquarius is more of a leader. So I'm feeling like you're kind of playing it like a follower for a moment, but it doesn't last long because you're trying to follow a path already established for assured success. The Moon is like forcing you to make guesswork decisions. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have some guesswork going on there. And I feel like this goes on for a short period where you're like, all right, listen, I'm going to have to make decisions. There's nothing for me to hold on to here that I can just have. There's nothing for me to hold on to here. I just have to do the guesswork. I have to make my best guess going forward. I have to do what I can. I don't want to guess, but there's just no... I'm just seeing what seems to feel the best. Seems like it has the best idea going forward. It seems like the best plan of action. I just got what I have. There's only so much I can get a hold of here. I can't grab onto anything solid, so I'm going to have to create something and make it solid. And I'm getting you are the Knight of Swords. You're aggressively starting to go forward with thought and action. You're instead of looking for other paths of success that have already gone before you, you're realizing that's not there. It doesn't feel like it's there. So you're creating your own path, and you're using your best, like, what do you call that educated guess type thing? Is that a hypothesis? No. Is that what that is? You're using the best. You're thinking it through. So you're not just like, throwing some dice in the air and whatever they land on, they land on. You're using your best guess to see what seems like it has the most chance of success. You're aggressively going forward. You're hashing it out with people. You're pushing other people to their limits because you need their information. You need them to really tell you how they actually feel. You don't want them to just go along with you. You need to know where they stand and what they actually think. So you have to put some pressure on people to really get their opinions. And that's the Knight of Swords is being met by the King of Wands. You're getting that action. Somebody, like whoever you're dealing with, if it's not one person, it could be a couple people, like a community. Like not community, maybe a community or some type of gathering of people. They want to move forward. Somebody wants to move forward, and you pushing the issue and really pushing, like, what do you think? What's going on? We have to hash this out. It's really spurring action. People really want to move forward, and I'm getting they're very much involved in this conversation. You may be the knight coming in with this energy. But they're coming in with King of Wands energy, so I'm getting the King of Swords is how this negotiation works out. It's aggressive. It's aggressive, it's detailed, it's highly evolved, but it's looking to create, it's looking to move forward. It's looking to make a plan, it's looking to set something in motion. This may be talk now, but it's only talk temporarily. Because the King energies, you got two kings, the King of Wands and Swords, that energy is pushing through into the future. Something will come of this. A plan will be developed. And I feel like you're a piece of that, moving it forward, forcing the talks, forcing the plan to create. But I feel like you're more of a guidance. You're more guiding that plan. there's a lot coming at you. There's a lot of information, and you have to kind of gather it and hone it in and kind of mold it so that something can actually happen here. And then once the plan is set, it is moving forward. Does this make sense? Okay. Whew. Where this is ending, because all right, I'm going to be honest with you. This King of Swords that feels aggressive, this is not the easiest moment. Because the energy you're coming up against wants to move forward and is pressuring moving forward. And you're pressuring hashing it out. You're pressuring talking it out, deciding what that, and you're pushing forward to get the ideas out there, get the information going, find out what's happening, hash it out, build that plan, mold it. So this King of Swords energy is a harsh energy, but it's gonna pay off because you're coming, and I don't think I showed this yet, to the Justice and Safe Travel. The Safe Travel is telling me, I feel like everybody's on board. I feel like that's a big thing of the Safe Travel, but this is pushing forward, locomotion pushing forward. Once the train goes, you can't stop a train on a dime. Then I mean, once it has motion, once it's at full speed, it's gonna go forward and it's not gonna be stopped. But the Justice is telling me the way you're going about it, people might get their feathers ruffled a bit. I get that. But for this situation, that's the only way you're going to get that justice. It is going to work out. It is going to work out, but that energy pushing forward, once it goes, it will not be stopped. It will not be denied. It will go through to the end. And I feel like this is just something you should know that you might already know it, but if you don't, once the train leaves the station and gets up to full speed, there's no changing direction. It's just seeing it through to the end. But you're doing this very smartly, very intelligently. Let's use that word. That's an actual one. The King of Swords is telling me you're hashing this out. You're pushing people. You're forcing them to give their opinion. So that way, whatever the outcome is, everybody had a hand in creating this plan. So nobody can be pointed at like it's all their fault. And I feel like you'll also, if it works out, it feels like success is in the future here to me. I know it's a general read, but for the most part, I feel success out there. You'll share the victory as well. Everybody's invested. Everybody's invested because everybody had a plan. Everybody had a piece of this plan. Everybody contributed to the plan. You forced them to. You're the Knight of Swords. You forced everybody to participate. You needed to know what they thought. You needed to see how they see the situation so you can build a successful plan, and it worked. It's an aggressive communication. It's an aggressive talk. It's not fun, but it was worth it. In the long run, it's going to be worth it. Are we done? Okay. This is it's a rough moment, but I feel like it's just necessary. It's necessary. Done? Done. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.